being able to set up X marks the spots into spears, or spears into torrents, ice paths as well to follow up.
Oh, you can do the nice combo where Kunkka torrents and then you spear people out of the arena.
Yeah, that's more likely what's going to happen. Or you
Such a
can
lovely combo.
X marks the spot people back into a glimpse to put them, just to confuse them, just to mess with their heads.
Yeah, that's lovely. So Bait, they have a good amount of stuns already. They have a bit of scaling. They have a bit of skirmishing. What do they need? I guess a BKB carry would help. Someone who benefits from Bloodlust as well.
So Sven? Lifestealer?
Radiant team ban.
Both of those don't seem super good. Sven because he gets kited, and yeah. Well, they go with the Wraith King. Pretty solid option. Very good against a lot of the ultis that Fantastic Five has.
10 seconds remaining.
He can be like, yeah, just throw everything out on me, and then my second life is gonna be a happy life. That's what I'm personally counting on as well. That I reincarnate happy.
As like a hummingbird or a butterfly, something like that, with no curse.
Yeah, sure. Maybe a cat.
Just yeah.
Kill domestic birds all day.
So, Fantastic Five, they ban out the LC. Bait now, with this lineup, is there anything you think that complements in the offlane? Because I mean, what heroes that we see in the offlane at the minute? Centaur, Slardars. Slardar gets banned by Bait. Never mind. So yeah, Centaurs and Marses at the minute. Just trying to think of what else we see in the offlane coming through for these two teams.
I wouldn't mind seeing an OD for Fantastic Five.
Yeah.
It lanes really well against Wraith King plus Ogre or a Weaver for that matter. And just having the save in the mid game is so difficult to deal with. I don't like it as much for Bait because there is so much silence. And a lot of jump as well. It gets really difficult to play OD in those kinds of games.
Well, I'm surprised the Mars gets taken away here by Fantastic Five. But yeah, I'm surprised that the OD hasn't been banned out, like you say. It just seems to have snuck through the entire draft, and it is one of the powerhouse heroes of the patch at the minute with the Meteor Hammer. So I'm genuinely surprised that it's getting through all the way to the very end.
10 seconds remaining.
Let's see which other offlaners are still in the pool. Bait. Tidehunter, I guess, is an option, but Tide, same story as OD. There's so much silence. And usually that's not a problem, but there is also a static storm, which is something that Tide can't crack and shell off. But 4 seconds left. They ban Veno. Alright.
Yeah. It didn't really work for them for Bait last time. Up against V, and you had some choice things to say about this Venomancer, particularly in the offlane. Does the Venomancer fit anywhere in any lineup? Does it have a place, or is it just one of those heroes of the patch that just doesn't see any play at the minute?
I think it has a place right in the bloody fucking dumpster.
Fair enough.
It's like the hero that you pick when you literally do not want to win. But you also don't want to like Shadow Amulet in the mid lane, so you're like, we lost, but might as well just click some creeps, you know?
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Huh.
So it could be I think it's the Jakiro offlane from Fantastic Five.
Yeah.
That's been getting more and more popular, and it's really good against these short-ranged heroes from Bait. Like Wraith King and Weaver and Ogre, neither of them have fun against the Jakiro. And Bait, they finish it off with the Tidehunter. It's not great against Disruptor, but pretty good against all of the other Fantastic Five heroes. Just wonder how it's gonna do in lane. It's not that great against Kunkka Disruptor.
Just say, yeah, the going back to the Jakiro in the off lane, it is a really nice setup with the clockwork and just being able to get the I guess the reliable lockdown with the cogs to follow up on it to anything that Jakiro wants to throw out. So I'm interested to see how this lane's going to play out, especially up against the Wraith King. Like I said, that obviously needs to come in close and to last it, and being able to clockwork just walk up and cogs a hero down. Really interested to see how this is going to play. Yeah. Meanwhile,
It's a great combination. Dragons plus cogs.
who would have guessed? And looking at this, Fantastic Five need this win because Gambit are 2 and 4 as well. Gambit have who is it that Gambit have left to play? Gambit have Namiga left to play. I think it's tomorrow actually. I think we're covering that match tomorrow. And Gambit, if they lose, that'll put them 2 and 5. Fantastic Five, if they win this, they'll put them 2 and 5, and so there'll be playoffs there to see who stays up and who goes down. So yeah, Fantastic Five absolutely need this, but I think this is also Bates' last chance. Yeah, they're 0 and 6, so it's Bates' last chance to get a win in the DPC. So are they gonna finish completely winless here, or do you think they're finally going to be able to take a game?
I would slightly favor Fantastic Five, but if there is any series that Bait can win, it's this one.
Yeah, and the only game, it's the first chance to win a series. They won a game against V the other day. That was the first game they've won all season. Oh, I didn't realize they'd been 2-0'd every other match.
Yeah, it was pretty sad. But we will see. I mean, winning against V is pretty impressive in itself.
Yeah, they are technically one of the better teams in the league, top combined with Hydra there. And that's another one that we're going to be seeing on Thursday. CIS Rejects versus Hydra to see who finishes top or top-ish of the table. But that could be more playoffs. If V lose their next game, CIS Rejects win their next game, it would put V, CIS Rejects and Windstrike all 5 and 2. So we'd be seeing more playoffs there to see who got pushed up to the Division 1 of the Eastern European DPC League. So there are some interesting matches still to come, and I think we get to cover both of them.
Yeah. Pretty nice.
As now back in this match, both teams just posturing like Fantastic Five around the top lane runes. I wonder if Bait are going to try, because it looks like there's not going to be any aggression towards the bottom lane ones, only Titanter sticking near this upper the high ground rune. But Bait, do they want to try and make something happen here? Because he will have the Wraith Fire Blast coming out from the Wraith King. Ogre Magi could go for either the Fire Blast or the Ignite for slows and damage. Lena's is close by as well as Laguna, so they could stack up, maybe look for the first blood. And Gatsy looks like he's going to step out to reveal here. Clockwork, is he going to walk himself away? It is going to be the Ignite to slow down now as well. It's going to be the Scoochie coming through. Laguna to snatch it now with the LSA. They should be able to pick up this first blood. One more right click. Laguna gets the rune and the first blood.
Not bad.
And yeah, 3 bounties going the way of Bait. First blood there as well. Okay, it goes to a support, but that's still, you know, a bit of extra XP. Going away 4 out of the 5 heroes on the side of Bait.
Yeah, really good start there. Fantastic Five has a really strong level 1 lineup too, but that was a 3v4.
Gatsy's got to be careful here. The Clockwork coming in straight in with the battery assault. And Gatsy, well, he's a big tanky hero here. Going to be able to eat himself through the trees and get himself back safely towards that tier 1 tower. So this top lane, the Clockwork as well as the Jakiro up against Violent and Gatsy on the Wraith King as well. Ignite's going to come through the Wraith Fire Blast now as well, but the tower didn't go for the aggro onto the Jakiro, so Jakiro is going to take a little bit of harass damage, but should still be able to fly himself away. Yeah, how does this lane, how do you think this plays out here with the 2 melee heroes up against the lockdown of the Clockwork as well as the harass that come out from the Jakiro once he starts to get points into the Liquid Fire?
I think eventually Jakiro is gonna take over this lane.
Hmm.
First few levels are still okay-ish. Eventually, with more points in Liquid Fire and Dual Breath, it's gonna become really hard for Wraith King to get close to creeps.
And does he... Okay, so it is going to be the 1 point into the Liquid Fire at level 2, which obviously that's the only point you can put. But do you think he goes for any points into the Ice Path early on, or is this literally just going to be like a 4-0-4 build coming up on this lane?
It's at least gonna be 3-0-4.
Yeah.
Afterwards, it's kind of up in the air. Could be like 2-1-2 as well if he wants to. But I wouldn't expect to see it early. It's just not efficient usage of your mana.
Yeah.
Like you can go for a 1 second stun that deals 50 damage, or you can spend like a bit of additional mana and deal like 300 damage with Dual Breath.
Okay. Violent is top of the last hits for now, so it's not a bad start for him.
I'd say it's a pretty good start.
Yeah. The Fire Blast comes out onto, with the Wraith Fire Blast now as well, onto the Clockwork LWK. He's going to be able to get himself away from this one. Is it... Yeah, he's fine, right? Yeah, he's fine. It's not enough aggression. Speaking about aggression, Dendi has been forced to use his salve already. These water runes coming out, he's got his bottle, but Marine in this mid lane, he's just putting a lot of damage onto Dendi here and dodging off the LSAs. Okay, he takes a Dragon Slave to the face as we're looking at it, so maybe a little bit of a jinx there, but at the minute, Puck, he's keeping pace with Dendi in the mid lane on this Lina, and doing a lot of harass damage over to the Lina as well. Oh, bottom lane. Get the kill onto the Kunkka.
Fate is back.
You went for that last time and it didn't quite work out. Are you sure you want to go? I mean, we're only less than 5 minutes into the first game. Are you sure that that's what you want your stance to be today?
I mean, to be fair, they did take a game against arguably the strongest team.
Yeah. Clockwork with the battery assault onto Gatsy. It is going to be spread around the creeps there as well, but it looks like Clockwork not going to be able to do a whole lot. Didn't want to go for the cogs there to try and lock down. And that might have been a I'm not trapped in here with you, you're trapped in here with me situation. If the Clockwork had gone for the cogs.
Yeah, probably. Shikiro isn't doing like super well in terms of CS, but pressure is gonna scale up quite harshly.
Yeah, another cogs have been dropped onto the Ogre. Marlene just on the outside, he's got the orb, will be able to pick up the kill onto the Ogre. And it's all Ogre for him. As Puck. Well, the salve does come out now as well, so we'll be able to get mostly back to full health. Yeah, even going to do a little bit of item toggling throughout the backpack to get a little bit more utility there out of the salve. And just straight back into the lane. As bottom lane, we've not really talked about this combo coming out, but it's the 1 point into the Swarm from the Weaver, the 1 point into the Gush from the Tidehunter, and the minus armor is stacking up in this lane, so if you get caught out, it is a couple of easy kills that could come your way. Meanwhile, the top lane, Wraith Fire Blast comes out onto the Clockwork. Clockwork just being super aggressive up against, I suppose when you know that the Ogre's down, he's dead, he's probably having to walk back to lane. That you can, I guess, choose to get aggressive.
Yep, and skeletons were used, and that's a pretty decent commitment from Violent. Kinda hard to get those charges back up again, but now Weaver rotates in, and that should be a Jakiro kill.
Goes the way of Violent as well, so even the Tango being thrown over, but yeah, he's got the point into the Mortal Strike, so he's got the extra crit damage coming through as well as the Vampiric Spirit, so he should be fine to just regen up in this lane. Really nice rotation, like you say, from the Weaver, who's already got himself the Urn of Shadows with his 3-0-1 start. Mid lane, though, are they going to be able to go into Danny? The Dream Coil comes out now as well. Dayra's going to be able to help come through. Rocket Flare going to be used. He's going to be able to get himself away, dodging off the LSA now, Marine. Orb isn't going to be on the mark. Dendy will be taken down. Looks like they get the return kill straight away. Are they going to be able to take down the perk as well? Marine trying to get himself away. The Urn of Shadows has been used. Marine can't dive away to anywhere. And Laguna picks himself up a double kill. Mega kill streak here. 5-0-1 in the first 6 minutes of the game for Laguna. He's absolutely
Laguna, what a beast.
running away with it, yeah, at the minute.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Gatsy's Invis. He's going to be able to see the Clockwork as well, who's not on the healthiest
Radiant structures are
position at the minute. Gatsy is going to try and chase, or does get dropped. The body blocks comes out with the Invis rune. Right click as well. Was that Fire Blast? Doesn't want to follow up onto this. Maybe Violent. Violent didn't have the mana for a Wraith Fire Blast to follow up. So, okay, Clockwork this time gets out with his life. Has those regen boots now as well. Meanwhile, Gatsy, Liquid Fire is level 2. Dual Breath going to be used now as well. Clockwork not going to be able to catch up to drop the cogs, and Gatsy able to get himself back underneath that tier 1 tower with, well, it was about half of his life in harass, but at least he gets out alive.
Yeah, and Violent has completely abandoned the lane at this point. He's like, I can't lane into a Jakiro with level 3 dual breath.
Yeah.
And maybe get some CS under tower, but that's kind of it. Ooh, and
Gonna be dropped
Disruptor
in
once
the
again.
kinetic field. Dayra is going to be able to get himself away from this. X-Max spot comes up, but the Anchor Smash, Pion just says thank you very much. I mean, he barely moved. It puts him in the path for the courier there as well, which Realm, he's not going to appreciate that. I'm pretty sure. It wasn't his full armlet, never mind. It was just the Glove of Haste top lane. Are they going to be able to do anything onto this Jakiro now as well? The cogs get dropped. Laguna's going to come in. Are they going to be able to do anything to return the harass coming through? Fazzy's just going to look for the TP away. Is there going to be anything to stop this? The Fire Blast wasn't there in time, so even the Clockwork should be out now too.
Ooh, that was really close.
But the TP straight in. LSA is going to be off because of the phase shift now as well. Marine is just jaunts away to his orb. Yeah, he's fine. Dragon Slave does come through, but Laguna Blade wasn't actually thrown out, and Perk should be able to. No, the Dream Coil comes through. Dendy's going to break it onto the high ground though. Realm was that X marks the spot. Who are they going to be able to rotate onto? Laguna has moved himself into the mid lane now as well. But it looks like both teams just going to play it safe-ish, not getting overly aggressive. They could. Clockwork is still only level 4, so do they have the walk up onto Violent? Violent again has the Wraith Fire Blast. Bloodlust comes out onto him, so he's just going to be able to move himself away, drop the skeletons, and carry on farming the jungle.
Yeah, Wraith King having a pretty decent time, all things considered. Finds a nice possessed mask as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And so he's level 6. He's not taking a point in the. In fact, he's not. He's saving the point just in case. I suppose he needs to drop that ultimate. Top lane. Are they going to be able to make a move? Because there's going to be the rotation in from Dendy. Was that follow up though? The Dragon Slave does come through, but the boat is going to be thrown out. The drive back onto Gatsy. Gatsy will be able to get himself out alive of this one. It looks like they might be able to take him down. Laguna Blade comes out. Realm will get the kills. Pion gets a tower on that bottom lane, but it's going to be 2 good kills going the way of Fantastic 5, and probably a tower now going their way on this top lane.
Yeah, Dandy TP'd in there, but really underestimated the Jakiro and Clockwork damage.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And yeah, I suppose when there's only 2 of them, I mean, Laguna started to move away. Violent wasn't ever going to come in on that. Pion was busy pushing down that tier 1 tower on the bottom lane. So maybe should have just give it up. The D-Ward does come out from Laguna. I think it's about to move in now. Again, Clockwork still only level 4, so no hook shot available. Has to go for the walk up. Dream Call is available though. It looks like they are just going to move themselves away.
Pretty sad that Cloak doesn't have his 6 yet.
Yeah, is he? I can't see where the oh, the tome's coming out for the Disruptor. So it looks like they want the Static Storm more than they want the hook shot. Okay.
Is he gonna eat it? Yeah, it looks like he's gonna eat it.
Yeah.
Poor clock.
Can't believe he's been clock blocked by his own teammate looking for that
Clock
hook.
blocked. Nice. And it is the 4-0 for a build for Jakiro.
Yeah.
He
okay.
went for phase boots as well. And double windlays. What the shit am I watching?
Yule Scepter into... Yeah, well, Gatsi's gonna... Looks like he's gonna take a fall. No, the Ravage comes out. Gatsi will still go down though as he gets the kill onto this, but they're gonna be able to get at least one return kill. Can he make it? Two. As the Jakiro gets taken out by Pion, walking himself up to that. Yeah, the double windlace is an interesting one. Going towards the Witchblade there right after. So, maybe didn't need both?
Radiant's bottom tower.
He definitely doesn't. He knows it doesn't stack, right?
Yeah, which is why he's put one in his backpack. Meanwhile, Pion is going to be able to get himself out of there. Now the hook shot is up. The stats don't connect to build. Even the boat going to be used. It's a really big tanky boy on the Tidehunter though. So he's going to survive through a lot of this Realm chasing up. The glimpse is going to come out. So this should be the death of the Tidehunter. Will be taken down as Realm as well. Well, it's pretty much the entire team. It is the entire team here from Fantastic 5 stacking up. And yeah, I'm really interested to see what the Jakiro... I mean, it's not even like he's going to go for a Yule's first. It's going to be into the Witchblades here. As the Ignite could be used. Gatsy, though, could be in a lot of trouble. Vazzy, does he want to try and chase up onto this? The Orb does fly through. Is the John going to be there as well? Waning Rift to finish that kill. But the Puck needs to get himself away now. It's going to be the triple null tally build here for the Puck as well. I suppose going into a Witchblade of his own. Vazzy's going to get really down low. The LSA does connect onto the Clockwork, though. That's going to stop the cogs coming through. One more right click from Violet. Can he get in range? Because these the batteries are still going. Laguna just time lapses himself back. It looks like they get the kill onto Vazzy now as well. They can chase onto Dara. Dara is he going to be able to get himself out of this? The LSA does connect. One more right click from Laguna. Secures that kill. And Bait move themselves on to the tier 1 tower in the mid lane.
Laguna has like infinite urn charges.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
He used 3 in that fight, then 1 to heal himself, and he still has 1 left.
Radiant's middle tower
Yeah,
is
he's
under
doing
attack.
quite alright being around the edges of these fights. And it is going to be the Yule Scepter for him, so a little bit more lockdown to come through. Maybe the safe any X marks the spots that happen to him,
Dire's
glimpses
top
as
tower
well.
is under attack.
Wraith King looks to be going for a Blink first, so the aggressive build as opposed to just going for a Deso and farming a bit more.
And so what do you think he goes back for the Desolator after this Blink Dagger, or is it going to be hit straight into the BKB, do you think?
Dire's middle tower is under
I would expect to see the Deso. Oh, they're gonna find a big tanky boy.
Yeah, they get the kill onto Gatsy again. 4 heroes, Fantastic 5 are grouping up as 5, it looks like, at the minute. Trying to take these towers, trying to take the fights. But all the ultimates are up on the side of Bait. Yes, it is 4 versus 5 at the minute, but that's only going to be for the next 12 seconds.
And Poor Staff is up for the tide, which is really gonna help with all of the cogs.
Just being flown out, yeah, so he will be able to pick that one up. Yeah, no, that makes sense, being able to just force stuff away. As he might still look for a gank, though. The hook is the... if you want to throw it out, but do they actually want to go onto the Tidehunter? Nope, they might actually find out the Wraith King now as well. The Wraith Fire Blast does come out, so it's going to be up to Bait to try and catch up with this fight now. Violent does have that second life if he needs it. He's going to be burnt down pretty darn low. It looks like the Clockwork might take a dive there as well. Tries to hook himself away. There's going to be the glimpse back onto the Tidehunter, so they do get the kill each way. As it's Denly actually that goes down, and now Wraith King will be back alive. The Torrent will connect onto Gatsy. The boat's going to be thrown out now as well. It's only going to be onto that Ogre though. It looks like the Tidehunter going to be able to easily swim himself away. Laguna tries to get himself out. Was that revealed? Do they have anything to drag him back? It's going to be the glimpse back onto the Weaver now as well. The Weaver using that time lapse. It looks like he just put himself right back into the same spot. X marks the spot, but he's going to be able to use himself. Doesn't matter because the dual breath will claim the kill.
At this stage, it's really hard for a Bait to fight, even with Ravage. Because that's just a single team fight ultimate. If you compare it to having the Ghost Chip, the Coil, the Macro Pyre, the Hookshot, and the Static Storm. Phew.
Yeah.
And then Violent goes down still.
Violent got fairly aggressive knowing he didn't have the reincarnation up, and it cost him his life. It wasn't even aggressive, he just stepped up way too far when he knew the heroes from the side of Fantastic Five were just literally just in his jungle, and he decides to move up to the river in the mid lane. Yeah, there's no wonder that he got killed off there.
Now things are starting to look up for Fantastic Five. They were behind over 3k gold at one point. It's looking pretty decent now. Although, according to Dota Plus, they still only have a 35% chance of winning.
I think that's the Dota bias towards Wraith King, maybe. Like, kicking in. Because there's specific heroes, right, that Dota Plus just absolutely loves, like the Spectre and anything that can be classed as a super late game hero.
Yeah, true. Maybe it counts Tide as a late game hero as well.
Well, yeah, that the anchor smash on attack when you just build right click like attack speed, of course. As Pion. He doesn't have that Ravage up for the next 22 seconds. Could be glimpsed back, but there wasn't a TP. But, yeah, what can the Tide actually do at the minute? Because he's only really got the Force Staff. He's going towards the Blink. And he's got a couple of good sets of Ravages. But do you think he needs his own BKB for like, the Glimpse and the X marks the spot? Because he's just being relocated in these fights. As it looks like Gatsy will take a fall. Can he get himself away? The Ice Path gets dropped now as well. Realm doesn't even need to get in close. On the backline's Clockwork. Who's he going to be able to find? He has that hook available. The Dust is going to be used. Fuel Scepter, though, coming through from Laguna to stop that hook.
Maureen solo killed Bendy, by the way.
I mean, yeah, Dandy's not having the greatest of games. Still going towards that BKB. Violent with the Blink Dagger, trying to try and chase onto Marlene, but well, he drops the skeletons. Is there going to be any follow-up onto this? Because the team, there's no tier 1 to TP to, so it looks like Violent should just be able to get the walk away. Does he want to go? This is an illusion. He's going to know the Winning Rift doesn't actually connect onto Violent there.
I mean, both heroes are just playing around with each other.
Yeah, this second illusion still in the trees. I'm surprised he didn't use it to try and maybe show on the illusion, you know, and try and maybe fill, because he's TP'd himself away. He has that Dream Call in 12 seconds as well. So it looks like Fantastic Five. They're grouping up to fight once again. Realm with the Shadow Blade, I assume, going towards the Silver Edge. In fact, the Silver Edge is complete. It's on the Courier. It's just coming out now.
Ooh, and a Roast attempt from Fantastic Five. I don't think Bait is expecting this, because F5 doesn't really have a classic Roche lineup.
It's gonna
They
take
are moving in.
a while. The Scan does come out now as well. John's gonna be able to get himself in. The Ravage does come out, connects onto two heroes. It's only gonna be the two supports, so I think he'll be able to follow up onto this Ice Path, the hook. Back right onto Laguna now as well, but the Clockwork, can they go even more? The boat connects onto three, and it's only Pion left from that boat attack, and it looks like, well, Wraith King comes through from that reincarnation now as well. Cogs gets dropped once again. Ice Path will connect now. He's going to try and go towards a BKB, but it's not going to be here for the fight, which means he will be controlled, he will be kited, he will be killed off twice, and there's nothing that Bait can do now. The Roshan is just going to be contested. Sorry, the Roshan's just going to be uncontested as Fantastic Five move into the pit, and Bait, the two heroes that are left, can't do anything about this.
That looked so good at the start for Bait with the Ravage, but then a beautiful 3-man boat into Tidebringer, into Liquid Fire Dual Breath, and Bait just evaporated.
So, what's the game plan here from Bait? What's the wise words of wisdom you can throw out that Bait could follow that brings them back into this game?
They need to finish the BKB on both the Lina and the Wraith King. Like, you know you're in a tough spot when you're Lina at 20 minutes. Finally completes her BKB, because usually she has it at like 15 or something. But they just need the BKBs. A lot of the strength right now from Fantastic Five in team fights is down to their big ultis, and all of them, save for the hook shot, can be stopped
Well,
by
speaking about
BKB.
the hook shot, it comes in onto Gatsy. Gatsy's trying to get himself away from this. Daro's close now as well with the Thunder Strike onto the Ogre. The glimpse back just to make sure he goes down. And Vazia picks up that kill. And he's finally completed off the Yule Scepter, so now that Windlace, let's see what he builds into. I guess the second Windlace is just a casual Windlace.
Ooh, and Dandy gets caught.
X marks the spot onto the Torrent, and Realm gets it with the cleave.
He refueled his BKB there to escape from Marine's kill attempt, but then Realm just chased him down. Which is weird to say because Lina is supposed to be pretty speedy.
Yeah, I mean, even got the boots of travel to add to that, and still gets caught out. Maybe just revealing for a, because Dendy was around the trees, right back around the tier 2 tower. But I suppose that Realm doesn't, with the cleave, he doesn't have to step up to the tier 2 to get the kill like we saw. So yeah, he wasn't shy about coming through into that and getting that kill. Not gonna be too far off the BKB either. Just another, what's that? About 1,000 gold here for Realm.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big deal because ignoring the Ravage is so nice.
Dandy once again, he might show to the creep Silver Edge. There is going to be the sentry down though, so they're going to know where Realm is. He uses the BKB just to dodge off the X mark into the bow. Malino still gets a kill onto Gatsy in the jungle.
Marine now with the Sanjay and Kaya as well. This puck is a real threat this game.
Yeah, the haste does pop. I think that's just because of the timing. So Malin just doing what he can to scout around. Clear off the creeps as well, so this tier 2 tower should go down uncontested. There's a fortification for this tier 2, but I don't think Bait want to use it here because, I mean, Fantastic 5, they still have the Aegis. What's to stop them getting aggressive onto the rest of the map? What's to stop them trying to go for the high ground? It looks like Violent. The hook's going to come into him now as well. Clockwork gets that really nice one as well. So Violent trying to get himself out of these cogs, will be able to break them, but can he move himself away? The battery sword's still going to slow him down, even going to be glimpsed back right into this because he doesn't have the BKB just yet. In fact, I think it's coming out onto the courier, but it's not going to be there in time. So Reincarnation will come through. That is going to be the BKB. If it can get up, the courier going to be turned around, and it looks like Wraith King going to be put back in the ground.
So unfortunate. These timings for Bait really not lining up here. Meanwhile, F5 is taking full advantage everywhere on the map. Another smoke instantly coming out from Fantastic 5. What can they do here?
Yeah.
They have Yule's Witchblade on Jakiro, Disruptor has nothing, and Clock has a Force Staff, but that's plenty.
Oh, Lina, the smoke's going to break right point blank. LSA connects onto the Jakiro, though he just uses himself. Whereas that hook coming through from the Clockwork will be able to get it even in the trees, and now the cogs get dropped. BKB was off, and Lina's life will wear off now as well. Even the courier for Gatsy. Gatsy on the back lines. He's going to be killed off by Marine once again. Can his courier get it away? It's only a sentry ward now as well. The Force Staff comes through from the Clockwork. Will be able to get it before it gets away. Meanwhile, Realm drops the bow onto Pion. Pion, one more right click will do the job. Yule Scepter to try and save his life, but it was just a second too late. As Realm just gets a solo kill there onto the Tidehunter.
It's all falling apart, Rob.
Hang on.
Bait is not back.
I was going to say, I remember you less than 20 minutes ago claiming that Bait was back.
I mean, it just has a nice ring to it.
Yeah. And
Maybe one day it will actually be true.
we all have our fingers crossed, but unfortunately it seems like this DPC season, it's not to be.
And sometimes Bait truly does look decent. And then I get hope again, and then it falls apart
Yeah.
every single time.
Yeah. I mean, I've got to say, when you've got to think that they only just put this team together before the DPC started. Before this, when they were playing with TSA and Watson and Limitless, you know, they seemed like they had good synergy. I don't want to put it solely down to Watson, but Watson he's proven on Hellraiser that he's an amazing carry. But I think Bait, maybe this season just started a little bit too soon for them. And maybe with another couple of months to prepare, you know, the off-season now between DPC seasons and the qualifiers, that they might be able to synergize a lot more, just get the heads down and come. Because they've not looked bad in some matches, it's just they don't seem to be able to close them out. So maybe a little bit more time together will do the job, as it looks like they're going to try and go into Realm. Realm doesn't have that Aegis anymore. The Ravage will be committed now as well, so Kunkka will at least be killed off here. Marine trying to get himself away. The Dream Call will be used. And at least 2 heroes will be stopped in the tracks. Meanwhile, though, is Dara going to be able to get himself away? The Ice Path gets dropped. It's going to be the reveal onto Laguna, but Laguna just able to time-lapse himself back.
Oh, that's a nice kill. Can't complain about that one. Then he finds an Invis rune as well. But Dendi is pretty far behind, which sucks to say because he's playing a Lina, and Lina is supposed to farm really fast, but he's died 7 times and that really holds him back.
Yeah. At this point, you'd be expecting to see maybe like the Daedalus building towards a Satanic, I think, as the Ulcept comes up, and it's going to be right back into the Ice Path now as well for Laguna. Laguna's not going to be able to get himself away from this. Violent does jump in, trying to go what he can and do the damage over onto Disruptor. But it looks like Disruptor with the Glimmer Cape should be able to get away now as well. Ice Path, I think he'll be able to turn this one around. The Wraithfire Blast actually connects onto the Disruptor. BKB going to be wearing off of Violent now, but they're going to be able to pick up 2. I think they'll be able to go further onto this and blink forward. Fazia could be in trouble. Ulcept there onto Violent. Backlines, there's the Dream Call not up for 10 seconds now. So Marine, Wraithfire Blast does connect. Was that LSA to follow up now as well? It looks like the puck should go down. 4 heroes dead. Does Realm actually want to step up into this? He looks like he might look to clean up now as well. Violent does have that reincarnation and hide himself in the trees. Dendy's going to try and run himself away with speed. But the cleave, is he going to be able to hit the angle? He does.
What a beast.
Angles from Realm. As it looks like Pyon, the dual breath will slow him down as well. Pyon trying to run himself away. X marks the spot in 3 seconds. Realm as well with the phase boots should just be able to carry on going here. Will be able to get the kill onto the Tidehunter. Violent gets low, does still have that reincarnation. That was a really big brain play there from Realm.
Yeah. All in all, still pretty decent for bait. They trade 3 for 4. It's almost even in terms of gold and almost even in terms of XP as well. So I don't think you can complain about that if you're in Bait's position. They are gonna lose Gatsy now. Luckily it's just an ogre, so who cares?
That's what you position 5s are for, right? For playing living wards and body blocking, make sure the carry gets out alive. Oh, speaking about getting out alive, Clockwork's going to walk straight up onto the high ground to drop these cogs, so he's going to be taking a couple of tower shots though. Do they have the right click damage? He do have to take him down once, and he used his BKB, which means he's going to be walking straight back, or resident right back into an Ice Path now as well. Realm goes for Gatsy once again. Gatsy, that's going to be a dieback there for the Ogre Magi.
Nothing of value was lost. No reincarnation for 40 seconds now, and no BKB for 50. So Wraith King has to be a bit careful, and Jakiro really melts towers with both his liquid frost and liquid fire.
God, yeah, I didn't even see
so much damage.
Picked up that shard.
It's insane that it works against towers because it's percentage damage. It's 80 plus 10% of the tower's HP. So against like the tier 3, you have 80 and 10% is 250. So 330 damage against the tower. Just with 1 attack. And that's not even counting the normal damage.
Yeah, and the liquid fire damage, like you said, the liquid fire damage on top of it, and anything that I suppose Realm's going to be the one to walk up. He's already got himself the Satanic here as well, looking really nice, sitting top of the net worth with this double damage as well that he's just picked up. Roche is back alive, but they might just go for kills here. Realm going to be stepping up with the Silver Edge. Is there going to be any reveal here? There is a Sentry Ward down. I think he walked through it just momentarily, but it's going to be the drag back onto the Tidehunter. Tidehunter, no BKB to the right click damage. Hooks onto the backlines now as well. Violent now might be able to take down, will be able to take down the Clockwork. Violent, Ravage will be used. I think he'll be able to go into the Kunkka because the Kunkka is massive at the minute. 4,000 health. He's down to just below half. He's going to turn around with the Satanic and heal pretty much up to full if he carries on going here.
Maureen is really low though. Nice juke with the orb.
Yeah.
Still be in trouble.
Dragon Slave doesn't connect, but he's going to try and get out with a phase shift to blink away now as well into the trees. Dream Call's going to be used. LSA's off the mark as well. Going to try and go for the TPs, but the right click from Dendi, is it going to be enough? Hansel has to cancel that TP, trying to get in breaking vision with the orbs, with the jaunts, with the waning rifts. It's not going to be enough, but this is a really massive distraction while the rest of the team, apart from the Clockwork, which is dead, just moves into the Roche pit here, and this looks like it's going to be a free Roche.
Yeah. I wasn't even looking at the Roche. I was looking at all of the puck jukes, and then I panned my screen in the other direction, and the rest of Fantastic Five has already accepted Maureen dying and just taking Roche. Some nice decision making.
Oh, Dara's going to show there's going to be the kinetic field comes out, Wraith Fire Blast does connect, and Violent, well, he's going to be able to just walk up, right click with the crit, get that kill onto the Disruptor now. It's going to be the chase onto Kunkka away. He has that Aegis anyway. The Silver Edge gets him away. The blink forward though, Violent. They're going to know someone's around here. The rune did get taken underneath the Wraith King's nose. But again, no reveal, and Kunkka should be out safe.
Smoke from bait. They're moving towards top, but I feel like Chikiro is gonna get out soon. Oh no, he wants to go for another wave. Greed is bad.
He
Nice blink.
gets that blink. The Ice Path comes out, so he's going to try to go for the TP. Violent, do they have the damage? Do they have anything to cancel that TP? They do not. As Violent used the BKB charge for that, and they're going to know on the side of Fantastic Five he used the BKB charge for that. As the rest of the team, everybody's going to be back alive now. So Fantastic Five with an Aegis for the next 3.5 minutes. Do they just look to... It's going to be a haste stream for Realm as well. They could look to chase down heroes here. Anybody that gets caught up, Pyeon showing X marks the spot again, still doesn't have that BKB, building towards an Axe instead. There's going to be the hook onto the back lines there as well. Pyeon trying to force staff himself away, will still go down. Two heroes though, caught in these cogs with the Static Storm and Kinetic Field coming through. Lina using that BKB, Laguna Blade is going to be there as well to Realm, but Realm's going to be able to shrug it off. Just absolutely not bothered about it. And now with the reincarnation already used onto the Wraith King, this is going to be 4 heroes dead, triple kill for Realm, buyback here for Violent, but 2 versus 4. I don't think Bait can stop this tier 3 from going down, even with the fortification.
Yeah, this Kunkka is unstoppable. 13 and 2, 350 creeps, and 8k more net worth than Violent.
And yeah, this actually could be, with no Dendi, no Pyeon for the next 30 seconds. This could be... Can they get Megas? They can. There's no tier 2 towers up. They could get at least one more lane of racks out of this, I think.
Disruptor with the shirt as well, giving a lot of attack speed.
And, well, Bait, I guess they're setting up a defense for the 3rd lane, just in case Fantastic Five want to go for Megas. All of the ultimates are coming back up now as well for the side of Fantastic Five. But do they want to get super aggressive onto this? The D-Ward comes out, and gets himself the Paladin Sword, which is a nice little bump for damage as well as the lifesteal. But oh no, they're going to be separated out now as well. The Winter Rift comes out, X marks the spot onto Dendi. Dendi gets dragged back, but he pops the BKB just afterwards now as well. Is this going to be a really nice pincer maneuver here for the side of Bait? LSA, will it be used? It looks like they're going to be able to take down the puck once again. Realm though, still godlike, still fighting this out. He's holding that BKB for after the Aegis now as well. Time lapse onto Violent. It looks like it's going to be enough to keep Violent alive as he just walks himself away though. Pyeon is in the middle of it. Who do you want to try and chase? It's actually going to kill onto the Laguna. X marks the spot, not even needed as Vazia blinks himself up onto Pyeon once again. Pyeon trying to do his best to get himself away. Yule Scepter does have that Force Staff, but is it going to be enough? Because he's going to be locked down in the Ice Path. The Cogs come out as well, and Bait lose another 3 heroes.
Violent TP's back to base. Has a DD rune, but I have no idea how they're gonna stop this onslaught.
Yeah, if they can kill the puck as well to disrupt straight off the bat. That was 2 buybacks in the last fight. LSA doesn't connect here, and Dendi has to run himself away. Doesn't have that BKB for the next 19 seconds to hook onto the back lines. He's dead. Gatsy get chased down as well. It looks like that is going to be game number 1, going the way of Fantastic Five, as Violent just gets taken down as the cherry on top. And Bait don't even wait for the Ancient to explode. They are just straight out disconnecting. So, Fantastic Five 35 minutes, pick up the first game.
Looked good for bait at the start, but then they couldn't really transition into the mid game. The BKB for Dendi came really late, and then the first 3 uses were kind of wasted as well, and as a result, they couldn't really put any pressure on the map. Poor bait, but well played by Fantastic Five, especially Realm.
Yeah, and I wonder if we see that Kunkka make it through into the second game through the bans. We'll be finding out after a break, guys. We're going to take a quick 10-15 minute break. We'll be back with the second game of Fantastic Five versus Bait in, I suppose, I want to know if Bait can win a series, if they can take this next game. So we'll be holding out on the edge of our seats to see if Bait can bring it back, or Fantastic Five if they're going to lock it down in 2. We'll see you in about 15 minutes.